Welcome, chosen ones. You've arrived here, and it's no coincidence. You're on a path much deeper than what the world around you can show. Whether this feeling has been with you for years or it's just beginning to unfold, there's a reason you've always felt different, set apart. There's a reason your soul has longed for something more, something greater. Today, we're going to explore that. We'll talk about you, your journey, and the quiet transformation happening within you. It's something not everyone can see, but you've been feeling it. Have you ever looked back on your childhood and wondered why you felt older than your years? Why you seemed to carry an unseen burden that others didn't notice? You viewed the world through a lens far beyond your age, but you didn't quite understand why. Even then, you sensed that you were different. This might have been a struggle, being misunderstood, feeling out of place among your friends, or even within your own family. But let me ask you this. What if those early struggles were never mistakes? What if they were preparing you for something much greater? In today's message, we're diving into a topic that many of you have lived through without fully realizing its significance. We're going to explore why chosen ones, people like you, often feel older and wiser in their youth, but somehow grow younger at heart as time goes on. We'll delve into the inner battles you fought, the chaos that shaped you, and the fears that once held you back. All of it was part of a divine plan. In the beginning, you might have felt uncertain, your sense of style and identity shifting, unsure of who you were or where life was taking you. But over time, something deep within you began to change. God started working through you, calming the storms and bringing a sense of peace to your heart. As that peace grew, it began to shine outward. Now, when you look at yourself, you see a transformed person, someone radiating inner strength, purpose, and the presence of God. This video will take you through that journey. We'll explore why your appearance, your energy, and even your spirit seem to blossom and evolve as you move closer to becoming the person God designed you to be. Stick with me, because what you're about to hear might just be the affirmation you've been searching for. There's something unique about you, something that has always made you stand out. Even from a young age, you carried a weight in your eyes, a depth beyond your years. There was a maturity, an inner wisdom that others could see, even if they didn't fully understand it. People would look at you, puzzled, wondering how someone so young could seem to have lived through so much. You were never quite like those around you. You didn't laugh as easily, and you didn't fit into the world's expectations. This left you feeling out of place, as if you were searching for something you couldn't quite put into words. Many of you, the chosen ones, have faced challenges like anxiety, fear, and even addiction. In your search to fill an emptiness within, you turned to things that couldn't truly satisfy your soul's deep yearnings. The world around you felt noisy and chaotic, making it hard to find your balance. Your sense of style and identity changed constantly. One day you craved boldness and visibility, while the next you wished to disappear. You carried the heavy burden of feeling too intensely. Friends your age struggled to grasp the depths of your experiences, and your family often found themselves just as confused, trying to understand you. It's understandable that it felt lonely, right? The weight of those years showed in your face and body. The confusion, the inner battles, and the constant misunderstandings became part of you, leaving marks that told your story. You may have appeared older than your years, as if your inner soul was revealing itself too soon. When you looked in the mirror, it often felt like you were living a life far beyond your time, exhausted before you even had the chance to truly enjoy life. There were times when you looked at your reflection and didn't recognize yourself. You felt disconnected from how you appeared, as if the person staring back at you wasn't enough, falling short of the beauty and strength you longed to embody. Perhaps you didn't nourish your body the way you should have, whether from a lack of care or simply not knowing how. Your body didn't feel like a home. Instead, it was a source of discomfort, a constant reminder of how far you felt from your ideal self. Deep down, you understood that you weren't meant to fit into the mold of everyone else. Yet the desire to belong, to be accepted, lingered in your heart. You longed to be seen, even if it meant trying to reshape yourself into something you weren't. No matter what clothes you wore, they never felt quite right, echoing your inner turmoil, uncomfortable, out of place, and misunderstood. Deep down, something significant was awakening within you, a call to rise above, to embrace the person you were always meant to become. God has always watched over you, even during those dark and chaotic times when you felt utterly lost. He was there, guiding you and shaping you through life's challenges, preparing you for a purpose far beyond what you could perceive. You were chosen and cherished, even when it didn't feel that way. He allowed you to navigate through the storms, because he understood the blessings waiting for you on the other side. As time passed, a transformation began to unfold. Gradually, you started to rediscover yourself. You learned to quiet the chaos around you and to hear the gentle whisper of God within your soul. You recognized that this body, this vessel, deserved care, not out of vanity, but out of respect for the gift God has given you. You began to nourish it with more than just food and exercise. You sought peace, stillness, and love. The inner battles that once raged in your mind and heart began to diminish. The confusion clouding your sense of identity started to lift, replaced by calmness, clarity, and a newfound sense of self. The anxiety that once consumed you and the fear that held you back began to lose their grip. Instead of seeking external validation to fill the emptiness, you allowed God to fill you with his grace, strength, and purpose. And then something remarkable happened. You began to look younger. The face that once bore the stress of trying to meet the world's expectations now radiates with the tranquility that comes from knowing who you are in God's eyes. The body that once carried the burdens of confusion and turmoil now moves with grace and confidence. Your style has become simpler and more authentic, reflecting the peace within. You no longer hide behind trends or societal pressures. You wear the beauty of self-acceptance, knowing yourself and, more importantly, knowing God. People see you now, and they notice something has shifted. You carry a sense of calm, untouched by the chaos of the world around you. There's a radiant quality about you, a gentle warmth that comes only from someone who has faced their struggles and emerged renewed. Your energy is magnetic, but it's not the loud, flashy kind that demands attention. It's a quiet strength, rooted in something deeper than mere physical presence. It's the light of God shining through you. You once felt misunderstood, as if no one truly recognized who you are. But now, you've learned not to seek validation from everyone. You understand that not everyone is meant to accompany you on your journey. You've found solace in being different, in knowing you are chosen. After all, those who are chosen don't just blend in with the world. They are here to create change. You might still feel like an outsider at times, but now you embrace that uniqueness with pride and honor. You recognize that God has placed something special within you that the world needs, even if it hasn't fully realized it yet. Yes, the path hasn't always been smooth. It took time, and there were days when the weight felt unbearable, when anxiety threatened to consume you. But through it all, God was by your side. He witnessed your tears, your struggles, and your moments of doubt, gently reminding you, hold on. I'm turning your pain into something beautiful. And now, here you stand, radiating the glow of that transformation. As you've changed, others around you have started to take notice. Some are drawn to your newfound peace and the light that seems to surround you. They admire the strength and beauty that emanate from within you. Your transformation inspires them, but not everyone responds positively. Some may feel envious of your growth, threatened by the light that now shines from you. They might try to undermine you, to diminish the glow you've worked so hard to cultivate. But they won't succeed. The strength you possess comes from God, and the light of a good soul cannot be extinguished by envy or negativity. It's a divine light that remains resilient against any attempt to dim it. What they often fail to grasp is that your transformation goes beyond the physical. It's deeply spiritual. God's presence is with you, and no force can undo what He has built inside you. As we reflect on who we are now, we can't help but look back at the snapshots of our younger selves. We sift through those old pictures, the ones we used to avoid, the ones that made us cringe or feel small. But now things have changed. We find beauty in those faces, in those delicate bodies. We recognize the strength in the eyes of the child or young adult we once were. How blind we were to the beauty that was always present, wrapped in innocence and cloaked in the struggle to find our identity. Now when we gaze at those photos, the tears that fill our eyes come not from shame or regret, but from love. How could we not have seen it back then? The beauty that shone from us, even amid our confusion, even when we felt lost. We see now the courage we displayed, navigating a world that often didn't understand us, yet we persevered, we kept trying. That's where the true beauty lay, not in the superficial perfection, but in the strength that carried us through each day, despite the burdens we bore within. We were so young, so fragile, and yet so resilient. Those little bodies and innocent minds may have known little, but they helped us navigate everything. The fears we faced, the anxiety that enveloped us like a heavy blanket, and still we got up each day. We wore masks, not to fool others, but to shield ourselves from the judgment we dreaded. We believed the world could see through our facades, but what we didn't realize was that even then, God saw us for who we truly were. He recognized the beauty we couldn't see in ourselves and remained with us, guiding us even when we didn't know how to follow Him yet. Reflecting on our journey, we now view those earlier versions of ourselves not with pity, but with a profound sense of pride and appreciation. It's a remarkable shift in perspective that allows us to embrace our past rather than hide from it. How could we feel otherwise? Those earlier selves were navigating an uncharted landscape of emotions, ambitions, and fears, doing their best with the knowledge and tools they had at the time. Each one of them played a crucial role in shaping who we are today, laying the groundwork for our future, often through sheer grit and resilience. It's easy to overlook the struggles of our past selves when we are caught up in the demands of the present. We often feel tempted to judge ourselves harshly for mistakes made or paths not taken. Yet, if we pause and reflect, we realize that those versions of ourselves were engaged in a relentless battle for survival in a world that can sometimes feel unwelcoming and harsh. They fought hard for us, enduring sleepless nights filled with self-doubt and uncertainty, tirelessly searching for their place in a society that often seems indifferent to individual struggles. Thanks to their unwavering perseverance, we stand here today, stronger, wiser, and at peace with who we have become. It's important to acknowledge the sacrifices they made, the tears they shed, and the quiet victories they achieved. Those moments of despair, when the weight of the world felt unbearable, were also the times when our past selves demonstrated an extraordinary strength of character. They held the line against overwhelming odds, believing in a future that they couldn't quite see but hoped for nonetheless. We owe a great deal of gratitude to those past selves. They loved us in ways we may not have fully understood or appreciated at the time. This love manifested in many forms, through the pursuit of dreams, the courage to face fears, or the simple act of getting out of bed each day despite the heaviness of their hearts. They fought through challenges we barely remember, yet those battles have deeply influenced our souls. It's astonishing how much we carry within us, often unconsciously, from those earlier experiences. Now, as we look back, we feel a profound love for them, recognizing that they were our own silent warriors, deserving of honor and recognition. They weren't perfect, of course. Like all humans, they made mistakes and missteps along the way. But it is within those imperfections that we find the most compelling narratives of growth and transformation. They showed incredible courage, pushing through fear and uncertainty, and often questioning their worth and capabilities. They carried dreams that sometimes felt out of reach, dreams that flickered like distant stars, illuminating a path yet to be traveled. And while some of those dreams may have seemed lost at times, they were never truly extinguished. Instead, they held on to them for us, waiting for the moment when we would be ready to claim them and turn them into our reality. As we navigate our current lives, it's essential to honor that lineage of selfhood. Each phase we have traversed has left its mark, teaching us invaluable lessons about resilience, vulnerability, and authenticity. The wisdom gleaned from those experiences has become a guiding compass, steering us toward choices that align more closely with our true selves. It is a testament to the fact that we are not merely a sum of our experiences, but rather a tapestry woven from threads of past struggles and triumphs. The act of reflecting on our past selves can also serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of self-compassion. Often we hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, forgetting that our past selves were simply doing the best they could under the circumstances they faced. By extending grace to those earlier versions of ourselves, we open the door to healing and understanding, fostering a deeper connection to our present self. We learn to be kinder to ourselves, recognizing that the path of growth is not linear. It's a series of twists and turns, victories and defeats, each contributing to the rich fabric of our identity. Moreover, this reflection prompts us to acknowledge the significance of our ongoing journey. While we may have come a long way, the journey doesn't end here. Life will continue to present challenges and opportunities for growth, and as we evolve, we must remember to honor the process. Just as we have embraced our past selves, we should remain open to the future selves we have yet to become. They, too, will face their own set of challenges and experiences, and they will deserve the same love and understanding we now extend to our past. We can also draw inspiration from the realization that the dreams we once thought were lost are still alive within us, waiting to be rekindled. It's never too late to revisit those aspirations, to nurture them with the wisdom we've gained over the years. Perhaps the dreams we held dear in our youth have transformed, evolving into new visions that align with our present values and desires. This adaptability is a hallmark of the human spirit, an innate ability to dream anew and reimagine possibilities. In moments of doubt, we can remind ourselves of the courage and resilience of those who came before us. They navigated their own storms, often feeling isolated and unsure, yet they persevered. As we face our own challenges, we can channel that same spirit of tenacity, allowing it to propel us forward. When we remember that we are not alone in our struggles, it becomes easier to reach out for support, to share our stories, and to connect with others who may be on similar paths. In today's world, a remarkable transformation is taking place within us. We have reached a point where we no longer seek validation from others. Instead, we find solace and strength in the profound knowledge that we are deeply and unconditionally loved by the one who created us. This realization is a powerful catalyst for change, shaping our perceptions and actions. We come to understand that this divine love has always been enough, a wellspring of support and encouragement that resides within us, guiding us through life's complexities. Yet, as we stand firmly in this newfound strength, it's crucial to reflect on the younger versions of ourselves, the vulnerable, sometimes fearful individuals who laid the groundwork for our current selves. These younger selves were not simply naive. They were filled with a mix of hope and apprehension. They faced a world rife with uncertainties, often grappling with questions about their worth and place in it. However, beneath those fears was a resilient spirit, yearning for peace and connection, and praying, each in their own unique way, for the life we are fortunate to live today. In those moments of despair and doubt, when the burdens of life felt insurmountable, it is essential to recognize that our prayers were heard. God listened, even when we felt invisible or unheard. Every tear shed in silence, every heart-wrenching cry for help was not in vain. Rather, it served as a thread weaving us closer to our destiny. Our pleas and struggles guided us through the labyrinth of life, leading us to this very moment of realization and awakening. As we gaze into the future, it becomes imperative to honor and carry forward the dreams of who we once were. These dreams, shaped by innocence and longing, continue to resonate within us. We hold on to the lessons imparted by our past selves, lessons of resilience, courage, and the intrinsic value of love. Each experience, whether marked by joy or sorrow, has contributed to the tapestry of our lives, crafting the individuals we are today. It is through this lens of reflection that we can appreciate the growth that has occurred, both in ourselves and in our understanding of love. The love we once sought externally has blossomed into an internal reservoir of strength. We begin to realize that the acceptance we longed for from others was merely a reflection of the acceptance we needed to cultivate within ourselves. As we embrace our true selves, we find that our worth is not defined by the opinions of those around us. Instead, it is anchored in the knowledge that we are children of the Creator, deserving of love and respect. In moments when we struggled to love ourselves, it was often because we were looking outward for affirmation. We compared ourselves to others, measured our success against societal standards, and allowed our self-worth to fluctuate like a pendulum, swayed by external circumstances. But now we understand that real validation comes from within. It is an inner dialogue that nurtures self-acceptance and compassion, reminding us of our unique journey and the beauty of our individuality. God has been a steadfast presence throughout our lives, watching over us even during our darkest hours. He saw the beauty within us when we could not recognize it ourselves. He understood our pain, our doubts, and our struggles. Each time we felt shattered, He was there to mend our hearts, often in ways we could not see. It is this divine support that reinforces our resilience, reminding us that we are never truly alone. In our quest for self-discovery and growth, it is vital to cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the journey. We must express appreciation for the struggles that shaped us and the triumphs that uplifted us. Each moment, whether filled with laughter or sorrow, has been instrumental in our transformation. Gratitude serves as a powerful tool, enabling us to shift our focus from what we lack to the abundance of love and experiences that surround us. Furthermore, as we reflect on our past, we should extend compassion not only to ourselves, but also to those who may still be navigating their own struggles. The younger versions of ourselves, filled with hope, yet grappling with fear, remind us of the importance of empathy. We must recognize that everyone is on their unique path, and while we have found strength, others may still be searching for it. By sharing our stories, we can inspire those who feel lost, offering them a glimmer of hope that their prayers are also being heard. This journey of self-acceptance and resilience is not just personal, it is a collective experience. As we embrace our own worth, we inadvertently empower others to do the same. Our transformation radiates outward, creating ripples of positivity and encouragement in our communities. When we embody love and acceptance, we inspire those around us to reflect on their own worthiness. This interconnectedness reminds us that we are all part of a greater tapestry, woven together by shared experiences and divine love. As we continue to walk this path, let us commit to nurturing our relationship with ourselves and with the Creator. This involves ongoing reflection, prayer, and self-compassion. We must strive to listen to the whispers of our hearts, acknowledging our fears while also celebrating our strengths. Through this practice, we cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and a more profound understanding of the divine love that surrounds us. In moments of doubt, let us return to the core truth that has brought us to this place. We are loved unconditionally. This love is not contingent upon our achievements or our struggles. It simply exists as a constant in our lives. It is a source of strength that can guide us through any storm, reminding us that we are worthy of peace, joy, and fulfillment. As we step forward into the future, let us carry with us the dreams and lessons of our past. Let us honor the journey we have undertaken and recognize the profound impact it has had on our lives. With each step, we embrace the resilience instilled in us by our younger selves, cherishing the hope that still burns brightly within us. And in doing so, we honor not just ourselves, but also the divine love that has always been with us, leading us toward a life rich with purpose and meaning. Today, we stand tall, embracing a profound truth. The light we carry within us is not solely a product of our own endeavors, but rather a reflection of God's boundless grace. It is an illuminating force that shapes our existence, guiding us through the labyrinth of life. Each of us has faced challenges and hardships, moments that have tested our resilience and character. In those moments of difficulty, God has been our refuge and our strength. He has meticulously refined us through trials, transforming adversity into opportunities for growth. This glow we embody is not a fleeting spark. It is a radiant light, a manifestation of His love shining through us. It is a light that cannot be dimmed by the opinions of others or the struggles that still lie ahead. This divine illumination is eternal and unwavering, firmly rooted in our relationship with Him. It reminds us that our worth is not defined by external validation, but by the inherent beauty bestowed upon us by our Creator. As we navigate through life, we carry with us a profound sense of peace. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but rather the assurance that we are enough, whole and complete in our own right. We have always been enough. Every step we take on our journey is imbued with purpose, and as we continue to grow, we embrace love. Love for our past, love for our present, and love for the future that awaits us. Each moment is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, painting a picture rich with experiences, emotions, and lessons learned. Walking alongside God, we come to understand that every twist and turn in our journey is part of His divine plan. It is a plan that encompasses not only our individual paths, but also the collective journey of humanity. In this grand tapestry, we find meaning in our experiences, recognizing that each challenge serves to strengthen our faith and deepen our understanding of His love. We can take pride in who we were, who we are, and who we are becoming. Reflecting on our past, we acknowledge the growth that has come from our struggles, the lessons learned from our mistakes, and the triumphs that have shaped us. Each chapter of our story contributes to our identity, and we can celebrate the progress we have made. Our journey is not a straight path. It is a winding road filled with both joy and sorrow. Yet every experience is essential in crafting the individuals we are today. To those who find themselves grappling with inner battles, I want to extend a hand of encouragement. If you gaze into the mirror and struggle to see the beauty reflected back, take heart. You are stronger, than you realize. The battles you face may sometimes cloud your vision, but remember that you possess a resilience that surpasses your understanding. You are more beautiful than you know, and even in your darkest moments, God is with you, just as He always has been. There will come a day when you will look back on your journey, just as we do now, and you will recognize the strength, courage, and beauty that have always existed within you. You may not see it now, but every tear you shed has watered the seeds of your future, allowing them to bloom into something extraordinary. The struggle is part of the process. It is the furnace that tempers the steel of your character, making you more resilient and compassionate. As you continue to navigate your path, take a moment to acknowledge the small victories along the way. Celebrate the days when you find the strength to get out of bed, to face the world, or to extend kindness to yourself. These moments matter. They are the building blocks of a life that embraces love, hope, and faith. You are on a journey toward becoming exactly who God created you to be, and each step you take brings you closer to that realization. In our moments of doubt, let us remember the words of Scripture that remind us of our worth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139, verse 14. These words encapsulate the truth of our existence. We are not accidents. We are intricately designed with purpose. Each of us has a unique role to play in the unfolding story of life, and every experience adds depth and richness to our character. Let us also remember the importance of community as we journey forward. We are not meant to walk this path alone. Surrounding ourselves with others who reflect God's love can bolster our spirits and remind us of our inherent worth. Together, we can create a tapestry of support, encouragement, and understanding, lifting one another up during times of struggle and celebrating our victories as a collective. As we move forward, let us hold on to the vision of a future filled with promise and possibility. Each day is a new opportunity to shine our light and to reflect God's love in the world around us. We are called to be vessels of His grace, sharing our stories, our joys, and our struggles with others. By doing so, we create a ripple effect, inspiring those around us to embrace their own journey and to recognize the divine spark within them. As we walk this path together, may we always strive to embody the qualities of love, compassion, and understanding. Let us be quick to offer encouragement to those who are still finding their way, reminding them of their worth and potential. And let us also be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that we too are on a journey of growth and discovery. And that, dear one, is a gift that no one can ever take away from you.